Welcome to Twisted 1.19. This update brings along some really awesome additions, so let's waste no time on the intro and get right to it. As per usual, timestamps will be in the description below if you want to hear only certain pieces of information. The largest and most glaring addition in the 1.19 update is the revamp of the northeastern corner of the map. The terrain here is hilly and dense with trees, which is in contrast to the rest of the map where it's mostly flat plains. All towns up there have been completely redone, and the lake is now 10 times larger. To help regulate all that new water, Sneed is now turned into a dam. This dam is massive and has a ton of detail put into it. You can step inside and check out the turbine generators, or hop into the control room and open the floodgates. Guaranteed there's gonna be one psychopath in your server trying to flood the entire state. The destroyed slab and abandoned tornado shelter still resides in Sneed, just a little eastward of the dam. Wadena is now split apart from Chandler. The city itself hasn't had any major changes except for the new water tower, which a lot of other towns received. If you move just a little bit south of the city, you'll find Wadena State Park. This place is a little nice spot to chill at, complete with picnic tables and water access. I definitely see a lot of chase and meetups happening at this place. On the other half, Chandler has been completely redone. The town has the major road Keysota 26 run right through the center, which now is more suburban-like. It also features one of the new businesses, Glutton Globe, which is scattered around the map. While the town is nice, Chandler can only be quickly accessed by crossing the lake. If you don't feel like crossing those bridges, you're gonna have to take the long way up from the south. This makes chasing here incredibly risky. Andrusia has been upgraded significantly too. It can only be accessed through a neat looking covered bridge or the long drive up from the south. The town is a mix of big houses and mobile homes, which has a couple secrets hidden away in the neighboring forest. And finally, we have the new town Bedora. Bedora is another suburban-like town, similar to Chandler. That section of the map is probably my favorite area, but that's not all that got updated. Hazleton now has a strip mall with a massive parking lot, as well as its fresh new water tower. Atmospherically, there are now regular fluffy clouds that fill the sky, adding a bit more detail. .19 introduces two new vehicles to the game, which can be found in the Chaser Warehouse tab. These new vehicles are the Discovery Support Vehicle and the Vortex 2 Probe Truck. The Probe Truck can hold up to 6 probes, which will be elaborated more why in the next section. They aren't really much different functionally from regular dealership vehicles besides that, but they look really cool. The TIV 2 has also gotten an upgrade to its model, being more detailed. The turret is now pretty accurate to the real vehicle, and you can see bolts all over the side. Some neat gameplay features and changes have been brought to Twisted in 1.19 as well. One big change is the increase in the thermodynamic cap. This is huge because this means there is even more of a wider range of intense weather scenarios. Now, you can chase on over 9,000 cape and over 10 laps rate without boosts. This is still a rare occurrence though. Alongside the higher thermos cap, you can see SBC risks for the next 3 days, which is great to know what you're gonna get. Another one of these new features is a rework on the probe system. Now when you buy a probe, they'll be bought for the vehicle you put them on. You need to spawn that vehicle to gain access to the probes you bought specifically for it. The Dorothy probe from the movie Twister is now purchasable, but you can only buy it for trucks. You are now also able to reuse probes, however they are on a health system now. Once you use a probe too much, you have to buy a new one. You also have to be careful not to improperly pick them up, or you have to rebuy them. By that, I mean you cannot respawn your car without picking them up, or leaving the game without picking them back up. A new game pass is also included, which add drones to the game. This pass can be purchased for 350 Robux. With the drone, you can fly around the map. However, make sure you are within 1 mile or else you will lose a signal of the drone. Be careful with it too. If you bump into structures enough times, you will also lose signal of the drone. If this happens, you can just unequip and re-equip the drone to bring it back out again. This pass is worth it in my opinion, because you can get flying shots without free cam. The National Weather Service can now view tower cams in the radar room seats. This is useful because they can see what's happening on the ground at high angles, opposed to just staring at a radar screen and watching chat to see what happened. However, these towers aren't invincible and could lose feet if it gets hit. And when first jumping into Twisted, you can choose the exact spawn location you want instead of picking the town and getting a random location within said town. It also is neat because you can see a top-down view of the town when picking that spot. Finally, there are also promo codes added to the game. Keep an eye on Twisted's Twitter account to see when they drop codes for some rewards. To enter in a code, click the gear at the top right and enter in the box below. While this update doesn't have as many new features as previous updates have had, the quality of what has been added is insane. 1.19 is mostly a map update and has been in development over the past few months, with developers working really hard to make it nice. Please take the time to explore the new area and have fun chasing with the new mechanics. If you're disappointed about the lack of additions in comparison to the past updates, remember that more awesome stuff is going to be added in upcoming sub-updates. With that out the way, thank you for watching. When it comes to these videos, or any video in general, I'm usually up at early hours in crunch time trying to get it done, so that means a lot that you stick around this entire time. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more of this. Anyways, see you guys all in game.